Hey there, welcome to this week's episode of 180 and 180. I'm Bill Wallace, and as we continue to talk about relationships, I wanted you to consider what masks you might have worn this past week that challenged those relationships. What say you didn't dress up for Halloween? Contraire. I think maybe you did. Maybe you were wearing a mask this past week, and the week before that, and the week before that, actually. See, I think that's something that almost all of us do really all the time, that we have different masks that we wear in our life that just change depending on who we're with. It starts when we're kids, and I don't think it changes really much when we get older. You can wear one mask for when you're hanging out with this group of friends, and then a different mask when you go home and are with your family, and then a different mask when you're at school or when you're playing on this sports team or when you're at work. We all wear masks. We wear these because we think that the people that we're with, the people that we're around, that's the face they need to see. That they can't see the real us, the whole us. The online us needs to be different from the face-to-face us, needs to be different from the relationship us. At least that's the lie that we buy into. And it is a lie because we've got this great model of someone who didn't do this at all, and I think maybe can encourage us to try something similar. There's a pastor I like, Andy Stanley, who has this great phrase. He says, people who are nothing like Jesus liked Jesus. Think about that. There are people who were nothing like Jesus and they liked Jesus so much. They liked spending time with him. They liked having conversations with him. They liked hanging out with him. It was just something that happened all the time. Jesus was constantly around and liked by people who were nothing like him. And the thing about that is that Jesus was the same in every group that he was with, whether it was his close friends or people that he had just met, if it were men or women or people that believed in him or didn't, Jesus was always the same. He was real, he was honest, he was authentic, and he was loving. And that's something I think all of us can do. We can be real, we can be honest, we can be authentic, and we can be loving around everyone that we're with. Doesn't matter the situation that we're at. We don't need a mask that covers up part of our personality or puts on some type of show depending on who we're with. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. Let's be authentic. And let's be loving around everyone and see where that gets us. Because I think we're so starved for that in our society today that people are going to gravitate towards it. We're going to find ourselves being liked by people who are like us, but also by people who aren't anything like us. And isn't that a great thing? To start building these relationships, to start really connecting with people who are so different than us because we're real and honest and authentic and loving. This week, I really challenge you to take off your mask. Halloween is over. Set it aside. Be the real you, no matter the situation that you're in. Would you consider that and see where that might lead you? Then next week, we're going to take that even one step further. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back here next week.